What is up, guys? It is the Citrus Panda here today, and we're coming at you with episode 81 of our Adventure Quest Let's Play. So let's get into it. What are we doing this episode? Well, I don't know too much, but there were some comments on the other video about my house and what it looks like in Adventure Quest. So I'll show you my house in Adventure Quest. I mean, if this would load. And after logging out and logging back in, that's what it took to actually get this to pop up. But apparently I don't have a house. Or rather, I have a house, but I never cleared out the trees. Because when you sell a house and then you buy another one, you have to actually clear out trees again. But I did, the person whoever commented, did bring up a good point though. I kind of forgot about houses in general. I'm not sure. I'm guessing that, well, what it says right here is that you can buy a new one, so you have to clear it out after you buy one, is what I'm assuming. But the idea that I had, which is pretty much the idea that everybody has whenever they try to get a good house in this game, unless they use, like, actually buy Z tokens to buy it, what people do is they buy a house, and then you can sell it. Well, over time, your price will go up. So, like, I think this was 15,000 when I bought it. So it actually has gone up 104 tokens. Originally, it starts a lot lower than it originally was. I think it starts at like 1,200 or something. So like you buy it expensive, it goes down in price if you want to immediately sell it back. But then over time, it gets more money. So the idea is that you keep that house, sell it, buy it back, and so on and so forth. And that's what you're supposed to do basically. And actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go clear out the trees a little bit, depending on what. Yeah, I do remember there being a lot of deer. I also remember there being a lot of those woodland animal things. I remember there being a lot of those as well. So that should be interesting to say the least. 33% of wind. That's pretty good. But what is our Earth? Earth is pretty terrible on this set. I'm not exactly sure what Earth is on that. That's not bad. I'm trying to figure out what would be the best for an Earth armor right now. I actually know a really good Earth armor called the Morningstar set, which I need to get. Whenever I go around getting all my level 90 sets, I will get it. But it seems like right now, I'll probably just use this armor because it's got, well, no, I'm stupid. I'm going to use this armor with this staff because it is powerful and it makes me hit a lot. So I'll probably, in this situation, probably use this because, no, that doesn't do anything. Lowers narrative? Nope. Maybe? Nope. None of this gives any earth resist. That actually does give some earth. Does it? Nope, that's energy. Okay, well, we'll just go with this because it looks cool. And what is this? Energy, ice, or wind. Let's use some ice. I like ice 9. That's pretty sick spell. Now, the animations of this game are kind of like simplistic and stuff, but there are quite a few that are pretty cool, and I like ice 9 a lot. Again, I'm using this stupid guy right here, but yeah. I always forgot when they turn into the deery thing, like that, like the actual deer, but I'm guessing it's at half health is what it is. So we're gonna do this. Also, since we now know that they do that, we might as well just put on Gloom's armor, because it's pretty easy counter to that. Although, I think we hit a lot more with spells in the other armor, which I think is correct. Not sure. Can you hit a 54? Probably not. I figured you probably couldn't hit a 54, but it was worth trying. I think I actually do hit a lot more in this, though. I can just use the shield to get some extra dark resistance. So there we go. And what's cool about that is you heal after every single fight, so we only have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it looks like. I might fast forward, I might do a couple of different things, maybe like cut out. But yeah, we're gonna keep on talking. We're gonna keep on going for a little while here. My dogs are barking downstairs quite a bit, so if you hear that, that's them. And I'm probably gonna do. I'm trying to think how many to actually do with commentary. Probably like 3, 4 with commentary, and then I just healed myself when I was in full health. And then maybe the other ones I'll fast forward with some music. And my dogs are not shutting up, so I'm gonna pause the video for a minute. Alright, so under the assumption that my dogs are done barking, we can go back to the video. And also, I just noticed that I was using ice spells on them the entire time, which is not useful in the least bit because, well, it's not useful, but it's not very good against them. It's just 100%, so it's just basically neutral towards them. whereas Earth is 130%, so I can kill them a lot faster with Earth Fury, or whatever it's called. So anyway, I don't really know a format for these yet, because I used to do them in a certain format, but then I kind of changed it around. I used to kind of do them in like a 10-minute format, but I feel like 10 minutes on this game is pretty short, especially if you're doing like a quest line or something, unless I'm doing like daily videos. I used to do daily AQ videos, which then in that case it's not bad, because it's just daily videos anyway. So I'm thinking about 20 minutes or less, definitely 20 minutes or less per video, or not per video, and then a video, maybe like 2 or 3 Adventure Quest videos a week is what I'm thinking. Originally I was doing one Dark Souls video every other day. I stopped doing that, kind of. I've not made a Dark Souls video in a while. I kind of like to prioritize what I upload on my channel, because based on the views, because the point is that if it gets more views, it obviously means that my viewers, they like it a lot more. Also, the likes themselves do give me an indication of what, the popularity is on my channel. Personally, I could care less about views, and if I got the same amount of views on both, I'd probably just upload both. But the thing is that it's not like I'm stopping playing Dark Souls 2, it's just that I'm not uploading it as much as maybe say Adventure Quest or other games. The reason for this is because my last one got like 60 views and like 7 likes. 7 likes is a pretty good ratio to 60 views. That's pretty good for my videos go, as far as my videos go. So the point I'm trying to make here is that if these are in higher demand than the Dark Souls videos, these will probably take priority over the Dark Souls videos, but I'm still going to make both. And anyway, so Earth and Wind. One of the reasons I originally stopped making so many Adventure Quest videos, like daily videos, is that I really wanted to expand my channel. Like, Adventure Quest has a community, and I understand about that, but it was kind of like I was really trying to grow my channel. Like, it was at the point where I was like, hey man, I want to, get lots of subscribers, lots of views and things like that. So I stopped doing Adventure Quest, pretty much stopped doing it, because it didn't give me a lot of, it got me a lot of views, like 100 or more each video, which is really nice. I like that a lot. But the thing was that there wasn't a lot of growing going on. Like, I would get 100 views, 100 views, 100 views, 100 views, maybe every once in a while like 150 if it was like an event or something like that. And there wasn't a lot of room for growing, but at this point it doesn't really matter. I don't really care if my YouTube channel grows too much anyway. I've got plenty of time for this YouTube channel to take off, and I do still want it to be variety. I don't want it to fall into what it did before, though, with just Adventure Quest. Another reason because of that is that my channel is like so everywhere across the board, just I'm playing so many different games, that if I focus on one game, it kind of alienates the part of my fan base that watches the game. Because I feel like there's not a lot of people who just watch every single video I put out. I think they watch the videos of the game that I put out. Back when I did a bunch of Hearthstone videos, a lot of people watched those. That was like a separate community. Whereas when I did Dark Souls videos, Dark Souls community, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 2 community, Adventure Quest community, and so on. So I've got like my channel is kind of divided into these little sections almost. A comparable thing would be go on any big YouTuber's page, and usually they'll branch off into maybe like indie games and things, and a lot of people won't watch them. Like, I know Zero Empires, who he commentates for Age of Empires 2 like competitive matches and things, and he sometimes makes other videos like of him playing a game, and I will occasionally watch them, but since I mostly will watch his commentaries on Age of Empires 2, I usually don't bother watching the other videos, unless it's of a game that I thought was interesting, because a lot of the games I've never even heard of, so I watched it a little bit, and it just doesn't really interest me, What interests me that he does is the awesome commentary he does on Age of Empires 2 matches. That brings me to another thing. I think I might start doing some Age of Empires 2 videos. I'm not sure, I kind of wanted to maybe set up like a thing where I can commentate over other people playing, because I know quite a bit about Adventure Quest. I'll tell you what, I'm not the best at it, but I'd also like to try to play, because it's a lot of fun. I love Age of Empires 2. The problem with it is it's a strategy game, which I love. I love strategy games. I love being able to, strategically plan out what I'm gonna do. But the problem is that wow, I can't talk. I guess I can't talk. In Age of Empires 2, I like playing strategic games strategically, which pretty much means having a lot of time between decisions, things like that. So games along the lines of Civilization 5, So, I don't know, Civ 5, even Adventure Quest is turn-based, so you have as much time as you need. Whereas with a game like Age of Empires 2, that's part of the genre. It's an RTS, it's real-time strategy. So, I struggle with the fact that, I mean, if Age of Empires 2 is like turn-based, one, it wouldn't work that way, so it's never going to be turn-based. But the funny thing is that although it's the genre built around it, I'm still like just confuzzled because like I don't even know. There's so many things going on. If you've ever played an RTS before, especially a game like Age of Empires 2, it's all about speed. Like, if you don't have the speed down for everything, and you don't have the exact timing down on everything, people will get ahead of you, and if they get ahead of you, then you're gonna lose. Obviously, it's pretty obvious in a game like Age of Empires where there's ages. There's the Dark Age, the Feudal Age, the Castle Age, and the Imperial Age. So, I mean, if you can't get up fast, if you can't get to the Feudal Age fast, then the opposite, your opponent's going to get to the Feudal Age and start bumping out, like, archers and Feudal Age units, which, against Dark Age, isn't that bad, but then you get up to the Feudal Age after them, and they're going to get to the Castle Age before you, and that can be really bad. They can start setting up castles on the front, or they can start putting knights out against you, and knights against a feudal army, a Feudal Age army, is ridiculous. But, obviously, that's one of the reasons why I need to improve, and maybe I'll make some videos of that. But other than that, I don't even know where my channel's going. The Kirito Challenge on Dark Souls 2, I like it. The problem with it is this. Dark Souls 2 is just this awesome game that you can play so many builds on, and I haven't played a lot of different builds yet. I've played a sorcerer build, and I've played my Kirito build. I haven't really ventured off too far from that, and I feel like I want to try out new builds, so that's why there hasn't been tons of Dark Souls 2 videos lately, because I've been trying out new builds and things. But it's not like I'm going to stop the Kirito Challenge. I really like to beat the game doing the Kirito Challenge. Like, finish a Let's Play thing completely, and beat the last boss with the Kirito build. It's a challenge, but that's the point of it. It's a challenge that I was taking from the beginning. Also, the Dark Souls 2 weapon analysis videos. Those will still continue, off and on. They're not going to be super, like, what am I trying to say here? Super common, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of like something that I can, I have fun editing together, and it's in general just kind of fun to make. I don't know. But, yeah, that's pretty much how my channel's going to go. Also, I kind of like to bring back Hearthstone in some shape or form. Road to Master was an interesting concept where I was trying to make it, like, to the top of the ladder, trying to get better at the game and to get, like, to rank 1. But the problem with that is, I haven't been playing a lot of Hearthstone lately. Like, it's the one game on PC that I'm playing continuously, other than, like, Age of Empires. I played Age of Empires 2 and a couple of free-to-play games, and I accidentally went into a battle when I was not ready. That is alright. I think I will be good. Anyway, so I play off and on. I'll, like, hop on and play a couple of games. I found that the game is maybe not as fun as it once was. It's weird that I'm saying that, and I mentioned this before, but when it was in beta, I played when it was pretty early beta. I like just signed up, and I'm like, I bet I won't even get it. And like the next like 5 days, I got an email saying, hey, here's your key, you can play. And I was like, that's awesome. And I played Hearthstone like pretty nicely, like religiously for like, I don't even know, like a couple months or so. So after that, the game actually came out, and it's available to everybody now. Also in open beta, it was obviously available to everybody. The weird thing is I've been enjoying it less ever since it has more people, which might not make sense, but I guess in a way it does, because there's more people playing the game. Before, it felt like this almost like a tight-knit community that used not the same strategy, but they were more creative in what they did almost, because it was in the beta and they were trying out different things. And I'm not saying it's a bad game now, but I'm just saying that like it seems like a lot of the community, like, they try to play it safe rather than like playing it creative. Like, I try to switch up my decks every once in a while, like switching out cards, seeing if this works with that, but it just seems like you play against kind of like the same decks. If you've played Hearthstone before, like, it's like, hey, it's a rogue, I can guarantee he's gonna be playing cards blank, 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 and blank, because he's a rogue. Everybody who's a rogue plays with these cards, because it's just kind of like, you know, if it works, don't do anything about it. Which is kind of good for them, because, I mean, yeah, if you want to win, then that's how you can win. But in my opinion, Hearthstone was always about trying to do these crazy combos and things. But overall, it's a really good game. It's fun to play. Also on Steam, I was thinking about trying to buy a game. I don't really know what game to buy. If you have like a really cheap game on Steam that you'd like to suggest, go ahead, do it, because I've got some money on Steam and I can buy it. So, well, I'm saying like a game like under $10. I mean, I can buy. I think I don't know how much I have. I have like $20 or something in my Steam wallet. But I would prefer it to be pretty cheap. If you can be like a really cheap one, that's even better. But yeah, I don't really know what game I was looking for. I was kind of looking for like a simulation game, sort of like a city builder, or like a strategic game like that. But then I was like, nah, there's not really that many good ones, or at least good cheaper ones. So I just decided not to do anything. But I think it's good. I've got quite a few games I can play, and anyway. Also, I've been playing a lot of Naruto on the PS3. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I like playing it. I play it online all the time. The community in it isn't the best thing ever, but it's a great game. And in addition to that, RuneScape is coming out with Legendary mode. I forget exactly when, but they are coming out with it. I think it was this summer. I think it was this summer. If it's this summer, I'm pumped because I love RuneScape. No, let me rephrase that. I love the old RuneScape. I'm not one of those people to be super, like, I don't know, anti-updates. But I feel like it kind of ruined RuneScape. And all the people were like, oh, well, you gotta get used to the change. It needed a change. But the thing is that it didn't. Like, RuneScape was this really cool game. It was, a lot of people said the combat was boring. Well, people saying the combat was boring were probably the people who got on the game for the first time, played it for like an hour, and said that the combat was boring because it didn't have hotkeys and things. And the old players, they really didn't care. I mean, that was the point of it. It's what made RuneScape unique. You know, a game where you freaking click a button and your guy attacks. You know, that sounds boring in theory. It sounds stupid. It sounds like a waste of time, but it's not. You know, there was strategy, you know, clicking on food, you know, switching out to a special weapon and, you know, using a special attack. Doesn't sound very eventful, but it's awesome. A similar thing would be like this. Like, you know how they're coming out with Adventure Quest 3D? Well, they're releasing that game completely separate from Adventure Quest. Like, imagine if in one update, they just decided to switch Adventure Quest. You couldn't play this Adventure Quest anymore. They just decided to, boom, wipe it. They just decided to get rid of it and put in 3D. Like, I don't know if I'd play this game anymore. Like, the reason I play Adventure Quest is because it's 2D. Well, that's not one of the reasons. Because it's unique. It's a turn-based, almost like a strategy-like game. If it went 3D, there wouldn't even be that much reason to play it, you know? That you can go play another game that's 3D and has a hotbar with a bunch of skills. But it's cool how Adventure Quest is doing it, or how Ardix Entertainment is doing it, because it leaves improvement for a lot of things. Like, you can do something, and so can they. You know, if they want to go play your 3D game, then they can go play the 3D game. And it's cool for me, too, because then I can go play the 3D game whenever I want, but I can also have Adventure Quest. Whereas with RuneScape, it decided to slap everybody in the face that didn't want it, and basically just updated the game. And the weird thing is that there were many polls asking about like whether you wanted this or not, and the majority of people said no. And the funny thing is that they keep on doing polls about like the people who want this stuff and stuff like that, and they kept on doing them after the update was passed, like a long time after the update was passed, and they kept on saying that, oh well, you know, all the players are saying that they think it's a good update. But the funny thing there is that everybody who used to play the game and found it fun quit the game already. So you're taking votes from people who don't exist, is the funny thing there. But a lot of people adapted it and just kept on playing the game. But the weird thing about what I did is that I actually quit the game before the update even came out. I quit mostly because, one, I was kind of getting bored of the game, but RuneScape is one of those games that it's got so much content in it, even if you get bored, quit for like a month, back into it, and you're good to go. But the way that I looked at it is I was going to come back to it eventually. Also, microtransactions, that kind of just made me angry, because, like, I don't know, like, the microtransactions, like, all the cosmetic stuff you could buy with money, and their Squill of Fortune, all that stuff just made me kind of angry, so I quit the game, ultimately. And I came back, like, 8 months later, and it was broken. The game wasn't broken, but it was just not fun. It was really hard to get into, too, because apparently it happened, like, 2 months after I quit, so, like, everybody already knew what was going on. I logged into my character who has like all these skills and like is a pretty high level and stuff. So the weird thing was that I was like this level, you know, I forget what level I was because it completely changed my combat level and everything. But it just like scared the crap. Well, it didn't scare the crap out of me, but I had like all these skills that I'd never had before, and I just didn't understand what was going on. Anyway, needless to say, I did not enjoy it. Also, this video has been 20 minutes, so I'm gonna be wrapping it up here soon. But apparently, I can refill up to 5 potions at a time, which is pretty cool. And we have our house. So this is our house on the beach. Pretty good. Go back to town. Go to house. I guess that's actually not how you buy a house. I'm guessing you go here, and then there we go. So the whole entire time, I actually didn't need to do that. I actually just needed to do this, but you know, it's alright. We got to clear out my house and stuff like that. I'm assuming that like these estates are what you want, because you can build stuff on estates. So if I sold mine right now, I could buy that. Should I? You know what? I probably should have done this a little bit smarter and sold it and then cleared it out. But you know what? I'm stupid. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sell the house like that. Do we have any misc items that sell for tokens? Oh, of course we don't. Okay. And then we can go and get this thing, the estate. That's what we want. What we want. Yeah, no tokens left. It's not like we were going to use tokens for anything else anyway. Also, if you go to here and then go to house, phone is ringing. Alright, I had to pause the video there. And $27.90. So yes, it does go down in price quite significantly after you buy it, and then it will go up after you wait a while, and then you can sell it back and get another house and whatnot. So let's go see the house that I got. Of course, I've got to clear trees. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't even know. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next time.